those who were here, by far the hardest job was ostensibly the easiest, and that was simply spending time with wounded men, spending time when they most needed it. One night, a surgeon summoned Jane Swisshelm from her sleep. Remember, she's the one who said she could sleep in an instant and wake ready to go. And she woke ready to go. There was a man dying in St. Mary's Catholic Church, and she was summoned to spend time with him. I found him in front of the altar. He had been shot through the chest, was breathing loud and in gasps, worn out for want of support. I sat on the edge of the pew door and its panel. I drew my arm across his knee, raised his head to my shoulder, and held it there by lying my head against his. In this way, I could talk in a low monotone to him. His words to me led several men near me to draw their sleeves across their eyes, but they all knew he was dying. He reached toward the floor, and the man next handed up a daguerreotype case, which he tried to open. I looked at it and opened it, and I found a picture of a young, handsome woman and held it and a candle so that he could see it. His tears fell on it as he looked. "Is that your wife?" I asked. And he replied, "No, but she should have been." It must have been hard for men to sleep in sound of his labored breathing. And to soften it, I began to sing Shining Shore. He took it up at once in a whisper tone, keeping time, and soon one, then another, and another joined, until all over the church these prostrate men were singing that soft, sad melody. What happened in this town, in the walls of the buildings that we walk by every day, and the sidewalks that we trod upon, reverberated too across America. This is a picture of young Belle Robeson, 33 years old, who had two brothers in the Army. She, determined to do her part, she came to Fredericksburg to help and was in the Baptist church. On May 17th, she encountered this young man. His name was Frank Cronenberger. He lived in northern New Jersey. His father worked in New York City. He was a member of the 2nd New Jersey Infantry. He'd been wounded in the leg at Spotsylvania. On May 17th, Frederick Cronenberger asked Belle Robeson to write a letter for him. And he did. She did. This is dictation from Belle Robeson. "My dear parents," this is Frank talking, "not being able to write you myself, through the kindness of Miss Belle Robeson, I am enabled to inform you that I am lying in this place with a wound in my right leg, below the knee. I'm in good spirits, and the doctors say my wound isn't dangerous, so I hope you won't worry about me. You need not answer this till you hear from me again, as I expect to be sent to Washington. The Sanitary and Christian Commission take very good care of us. We haven't a pleasant hospital, but good as can be expected under the circumstances. Your affectionate son, Frederick Cronenberger." In New York, his parents waited anxiously for news of their son. A ritual, of course, repeated across America constantly that horrible May of 1864. And on May 22nd, impatient, Frederick Cronenberger's father wrote to him, "Concerned, my dear Fred, since the last battle we have not heard from you, and we don't know whether you are alive, wounded, or dead. We're all worried, and Mother more so than the rest. If you could get us a few lines to hand, and if you are able to write, please don't delay. We are looking over the list of casualties in the Herald, and it is some relief that we have not seen your name. Accept our best wishes from all of us." That very day, in the church up the hill from where we are tonight, the Baptist church, the same day that Fred's father wrote that letter, Belle Robeson sat down to write to him a letter. And it was letters like this that flew across America like daggers in 1864. "My dear madam, I wrote you about 7 o'clock this a.m. I thought Frederick was low, but little did I thought his end was so near. I asked him just before writing how he was. His answer was, "I'm better, but I can't walk." I told him I was getting to write to you. He said, "Yes, please, yes, ma'am." These are the last words that he spoke to me. Poor boy, he is relieved from his sufferings, and he was a very great sufferer. I have a soldier marking a board for Freddie's grave so that his body can be found if necessary. I wish I could have buried him better. I should like to have his body embalmed, but not knowing the wishes of his friends, I am obliged to let him to be taken with the rest.